It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers on Thursday night.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi, here in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go from L.A. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. But now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field, and hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The give now out of the shotgun. He's contained at the line for no gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 16. This one's caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a 2nd time. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They start with 2nd and 6. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Herbert. Completed to his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10, Herbert. McConkey's got it on the sideline. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football on the 1st turnover of the contest. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Mahomes. And that ball's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Chargers take possession. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They give it to him again. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers driving ahead. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. He finds McConkey. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Drew Tranquil with the pick. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Chiefs' offense out to take over. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Ball at the 33 for first down. To the air, Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Second and 10 now. For this one on the defense. So with a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Chiefs signal for a timeout, so that's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing again, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Another throw for Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. They said they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And our first half ends with 3 points. That is the halfway point here on Thursday night. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Run from Pacheco to start the half. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Mahomes. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. Receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They give to Harris from the gun. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The 1st down carry for Pacheco. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Now it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down, ball at the 36. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chiefs holding a 10-point lead. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 6 coming up here. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Third and 4 coming up now. It's Pacheco again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. A give right side, here's Pacheco. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.